No, 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 yes, I'm afraid there's no budget for this show. I can assure you that. It's all do it yourself. Uh, but tomorrow I will be putting a tune in, so you won't have to bear any more of that rubbish from me. So anyway, before I start, I'm just been finishing off my pot noodle. Oh dear, I'm advertising product placement. Sorry about that, but you didn't see the label. Anyway, uh, as you know earlier, I was plugging out some people for who joined my membership, and unfortunately, I said a wrong. I pronounced the member wrongly, so I'm going to have another go at it in a second. Also, I'll be with the entertainment group. I've had which started yesterday. I've had 24 new members, and I'm going to give them a shout out as well. So also, there's also what's coming up is who's doing what tonight or tomorrow night on live streams, and who I will recommend as well to go and watch or subscribe to. And also, of course, the revealing of the quiz question, or shall I say, the trivia quiz question, because it's basically on the history of the show, not the actual adventure itself. So anyway, getting back to this moment, here we go. I'm going to read out his name again. He's joined my drama group, and his name is Eng Gayi Jamir the Brave. I hope I got that. Pardon me. I hope I got that right. So his name is once again Eng Gayi Jamir the Brave, who's joined my drama group. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Now for some other names to be read out. As you know, I started my entertainment group yesterday, and I've had a flux of new members coming in very fast. So far, the count is 26. That's including myself and somebody else that came in early as well. So we had so I doubled the figures. But it's amazing how it's quickly caught on. So anyway, I'm going to give a shout out to all these people, starting with my new members to join the entertainment group: Linton Keneally, a good friend of mine; David Rosenthal, a very good friend of mine; Matthew David Rabjohns, sorry, I'll say that again. Matthew David Rabjohns, who's been one of my best contributors to my groups, and I'm glad he's joined this group as well. Neil Heidemann, a very good friend of mine. I usually do live streams with him, and I'm glad he's joined my group because he will give it some sort of credibility because he tells real good stuff. And I've seen his live streams and I've been on them, so I know what he does, and he's very good at it. Also, another good contributor and a good commitment to my groups is a guy called Rudy Alapag. He's always there. Another good friend of mine, Delia Aldrin. She's always had me on admin on most of her groups, and I've looked out for her. If there's any problems, I'll go on and sort it out for her because you get some nasty people on there, and I just give them a kick up the arse. You don't get any more problems after that. So, Delia Aldrin, I'm really glad you joined me. I'm going to make her admin of this group as well. Uh, Lachlan Billing, another great friend of mine. He's from Australia. He's a real good laugh. I like him, and I'm glad he follows me, and I'm glad he is in my group. Also, Thomas Cookson, you probably know as Sadako. He's joined. He's another good friend of mine. I've been trying to post some of his materials. Sorry about the wobble. I'm not drunk. Uh, Thomas Sadako, as you know him, or Sadako, I can't remember. He's got a few numbers after it, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure he'll forgive me. And he's got his own little forum called the Autumn Factory Forum, and I've been publicising it on my groups as well. So Have a look on if you on the groups. Have a look at it and press the link and go and see what you think, because I thoroughly recommend it. I'm actually a member on there as myself. So go and have a look at Thomas Cookson's new forum, and it's all done up very well. He's changed the. I think he's changed the image. That's it. He's got an alt on there, so so if you don't join, you'll probably get exterminated. So that's Thomas Cookson, who's joined my group. Also Wayne Speakman, Melissa Foster, Alan Edmonds, another good contributor. Maria C. Antonio, Antonu, sorry. Maria C. Antonu. She's another good contributor. She was there at the start with me. She was the one that came up with a great image for my science fiction group, and it's still there. So I've got a lot to thank her for. So I'm really glad she's part of this group as well. Also, join the group is John Michael Fink, and you probably know him on YouTube a lot. He's thereabouts. He's well familiar to people. He's joined my group. Peter Gallagher, another great name. Also, Trevor Williams, Jim Kirkwood Jr., Maria Bergman, Bruce Trombley, Robert Neil McGinn, Bob Danger French, another one you probably know, Maria Skyapa Giesler. I think that's how it's pronounced. Probably got it wrong. I probably get scalped for that. Timotheus A. Hamill. He's another one that has been there from the start. He's been in my groups for a long time. And Amanda Knight and Jason Sandy James. So I'd like to thank every one of you for joining the group, and I'm sure it will double by the end of the week. Anyway, so that's the end of that. Also, coming up, I want to talk about something that I'm getting up to this Saturday on Halloween on the 31st. I'll start off with my audio show at 3 o'clock. This is where I do the faceless ones. I'm doing episode 4. Before when I've completed the whole thing, I'm moving it on to Twitch. But until then, I'll keep it on Podbeam. So I'll be on Podbeam this midday. Sorry, I said the wrong time. I'll be on Podbeam at midday for the Doctor Who's audio show special, The Faceless Ones, episode 4. Then at 3 o'clock, I will be doing my, the Lee Anthony Davis show. And then I'll be doing it at 5 o'clock as well, because there's a good reason why I moved it back, or should I say moved it forward an hour instead of 6 o'clock. So I'll explain that one to you. So there'll just be the usual shout outs for birthdays, announcements, members new, and how the groups are doing. And latest news is something I'm going to be adding to the show. So there'll be a new sort of context to give it a little bit more meat. Shall I say, a new angle for the Doctor Who, the Lee Anthony Davis show. So enough of that. Moving on. So remember, 3 and 5 this Saturday. Otherwise, it's 3 and 6 every day. Right. Okay. The reason why I'm moving it forward an hour is because I'll be doing my Hammer Horror quiz at 6 o'clock on my Hammer Horror group on Facebook, and the theme will be The Revenge of Frankenstein. And then at 9 o'clock, I will be doing my second quiz, and this will feature Dracula AD 1972. And that will be on my channel on Twitch. Then I will be coming back a little bit later for my horror group, where I'll be doing a watch party special on the great horror scenes from all those great movies. I'll probably end it about 2 o'clock, see how it goes. If anyone, by the time they get to that point, they'll probably be pissed off with bloody Halloween, and they'll be looking forward to a new month. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, just to mention, is there something to mention? No, I don't think so. I think I've gone through everything there. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing Halloween night. I'm doing quite a bit, as you can see. Also, before I get to the quiz question, A few shout outs for some people that are doing their live streams as well this week. Tomorrow, Mr. Hyde will be going live on his YouTube channel at 11 o'clock, uh, called It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. So take a look at that because it's worth a look. I think he did something similar, but it was more informational. You know, it wasn't sort of a. It was a live stream, but it was more informational of what's going on and things. But this one is the actual one that I think you'll be going to enjoy more if you love Charlie Brown. That is. That's at 7 o'clock tomorrow, and then coming up on Sunday, the big one, Geek Union is doing his Halloween horror stream at 7 o'clock this Saturday on Halloween night. He's got a big panel. I will let you know if I know. If I know anything, I'll let you know, and it'll be straight on here who's on the panel. But I can tell you one person who won't be on the panel, and I can guarantee that. I can break that breaking news headlines here. Lee Anthony Davis won't be on there. So there you go. Probably you would have seen enough of me on this, let alone see me on that. So no, I won't be on there. I don't think. I might be. I mean, I might. There might be a quick withdrawal, and I might be brought in the last minute. Who knows? But I doubt it. But I'll be tuning in. So I want you to show your support and join the Geek Union's big one on Saturday at 7 o'clock. So anyway, I'll be giving plugs and promotions on that on my groups and Facebook and Twitter as it goes along. Also, I want to shout out a few recommendations that I've had the pleasure to meet these people. They're very good. I like their content and I recommend it thoroughly. The first one is Lady Spookaria. You probably know her on Twitch. As well, not Twitch, but on Twitter. Sorry, I meant to say Twitter. You probably know her on Twitter, but she's also got a YouTube channel, and she deals with the gothic and horror and stuff. So it's appropriate this week. We've had with Halloween coming up, but she does all that stuff, and she's quite, as far as I'm concerned, she's more engaging with the audience than I've seen with other live streamers. You know, she does call your name out, and she does read your stuff. She doesn't sort of pick who she wants to read out. You know, she's very good, and I can recommend you subscribe to her channel. She talks a lot of sense. She knows what she's talking about. She talks about good subjects. She as far as I'm concerned, she's very factual on many subjects on in that area of ghosts and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a great channel, and I thoroughly recommend you pop along and subscribe to her channel at Spookaria. Right, another one I want to give a shout out to is Dark Corners. Now they're equivalent to Big Finish. They do YouTube a lot. They've got a great following, and most of their stuff I've had on my YouTube, on my own groups and everything. It's fantastic material. They do a lot of reviews, and they basically hit you right in the face with some real good stuff. They've covered everything from Hammer horror right to some right turkey films. You know, those classics like Plan 9 from Outer Space, Dracula, Prince of Darkness, you know, all the Hammer, all the great stuff, and even the modern stuff as well. So I thoroughly recommend you visit Dark Corners and take a look at their channel. And the last one I want to recommend is another channel called View Star on YouTube. They actually do full films, whether it's horror, whether it's, you know, nostalgia, but they're doing full films. I've had some stuff from them on my group, and it's been fantastic material that I've also had off them as well. So I thoroughly recommend those three. So I'll go to Lady Spookaria, either on Twitter if you're not following her, subscribe to her, you won't be disappointed, or even subscribe to her YouTube channel, which is absolutely fantastic. Also Dark Corners, as I just mentioned, he's got a big following, and you can see why he's got a big following. And also Viewstar is another one that has a big following, and I thoroughly recommend it. So anyway, enough of the shout outs and announcements. Coming to the end of this show, it's time for me to reveal the question, well, shall I say, reveal the answer to the question that you heard at the 3 o'clock show. Right, here we go. The question was, it's a Doctor Who question, but it's not to do with the adventure. It's a bit more sort of trivia. So here we go. Uh, how much, ready? How much did it cost to build 4 Daleks? How much did it cost to build 4 Daleks? And which company was given the task of doing it? So I'll let you know now. Originally, 4 Daleks were made at cost of £250,000. So that's what, 125 divided by 2, which is, let's see, 50, 60, 65,000 each, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. 120, 60, 120, 130, yeah. 250, 125. Oh, crap at maths. 112. 12,500, sorry. 12,500. 125. Crap at it. 124.5 thousand it would have cost. 125. Oh, I'm bloody rubbish. Forget it. Forget it. I should have worked it out before I did it. I'm never any good at mathematics, as you can tell, but I do know. So basically, it's a quarter. You want to go a quarter of 250. So let's see, 50. No, 60, 60, 166, 2612, 368, 4624, 24. So that's 200. So 24, 2,400, yeah? 2,400. It can't be. Oh, bollocks to it. 24,000. It's got to be 24,000. 50. No, it hasn't. Oh, 150,000. I'm trying to work it out here. Give me a second. I'll work that bloody thing out. Where's my pen? Trust me to get it tits up. There we are. I'll do it again. So I'm going to write here. Because I believe it's, you know, you got to be factual here. So we go 120,000, 250,000. It's mad, isn't it? 250,000 divided by 2 equals 125, and then you divide 125, so it's 50 each gives you 100, and then 25 divide 25 by 2 equals 1250. So that's right. I've got the figure. It's 62,500. Managed to get there in the end. So that's how much each one costs. So 4 Daleks cost 250,000 to build, to make, and the company that was entasked with this, so shall I say, momentous task, was a company called Shawcraft. Shawcraft in Oxbridge, they made it out of plastic, and 3 of them were applied. I'll read that again, right? I've got the details here. Originally, 4 Daleks were made at a cost of £250,000, which I've worked out how much they each cost. And back in 1963, they were built in Shawcraft in Oxbridge, made out of plastic and 3 ply to be as light as possible. There you have it. But I got there in the end. So anyway, talk about unprepared. Never mind all that. I know what you're thinking. What the fuck's going on here? Is this guy smoking some real heavy stuff? Well, no, but I was unprepared for all that. I just waffled on. But anyway, so it's 100 and no, I don't want to go down that route again. So it costs 250 for 4 Daleks to be made in 1963, and the company that was entasked with it was a company from Oxbridge called Shawcraft, and they were at the very beginning with Doctor Who, but they also did a lot of models for other sort of TV programs as well. But they were tasked with building the Daleks. So there you have it. Anyway, I think I better get out of here, don't you? So let's see. So I'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock if I haven't been locked up already. So don't forget to join me on the Lee Hackney Davis show at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Sorry, I can't help it. Right, I'll keep me self together here. All right, so thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bye for now.